show, small and medium-sized businesses feeling the credit crunch. Coming up, the CEO of First American Equipment. He's got the cash. He can't get the credit. He's got a good story for us. Joining us now, William Verhelle. He is the founder and CEO of First American Equipment Finance. William, so you have cash on your books, but you cannot get access to credit. Explain what is happening with your company.
Well, Cheryl, right now I would say that there is still credit flowing within the equipment finance industry. Loans are being made. I would say most of that decline, that nearly 15% month-over-month decline that you referenced, most of that was due to players pulling back out of the market. I think we've seen a lot of large banks, for example, shutting down their equipment finance operations, and we've seen some players just leave the industry. For those of us that are left and still lending, if anything, we've seen our volumes go up. The market continues to function, but I think there's a great deal of concern about what's coming next.
How about the demand for your business? Are the customers canceling orders, or are they staying with you on wanting equipment to grow their businesses? And what industries are you talking about?
You know, the Equipment Leasing and Finance Association represents companies that finance about $650 billion worth of capital equipment a year. So, Tom, nearly half of the $1.2 trillion worth of equipment that's sold in the U.S. every year to business is financed by our member companies. So it's everything from copy machines and small business equipment for small businesses up to jet aircraft. And I think we've seen some cancellations of orders. There's a little bit of that going on, but I think we've also seen a lot of people who used to pay cash that are now starting to finance in order to protect their balance sheet.
William, are you? I'm confused here. Are you saying that there's no problem borrowing money whatsoever? Is that what you're saying? For small businesses?
No, I think there is a problem, but I think a lot of the liquidity problems that have actually hit Main Street have probably affected the very large corporate borrowers more significantly at this point.
So what's in the government bailout for small businesses?
Well, hopefully these bold actions. I just returned from Madrid last night, and there's great concern among our peers in Europe, and I think there's some admiration for the steps that have been taken here in the U.S. I think there's hope that this will restore confidence, and after a transition period, the economy will pick back up. I think probably the biggest concern right now in the equipment finance space for small business is a continuing of this liquidity problem, which would then constrain lending for capital equipment to small businesses.
Are we going to see job cuts? Are we going to see job cuts?
I would expect that. I think there's the likelihood of an economic downturn has increased dramatically.
Let me clarify that again. You're talking about, are the big banks the problem, or in community or regional banks are lending for businesses? Is that what you said?
What we're seeing, Tom, is that up until the August data came out, there was really no decrease in equipment finance activity over the same period in 2007. The August data was down about 14%, but even through August, the year-to-date totals for 2008 for equipment finance activity in the United States were above what they were in 2007. Okay. Well, I think the big drop in August is really more of a cause for concern in the future.
William Verhelle from First American Equipment, thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. Well, we know you all have lots of questions, and this Friday we will be giving you all the answers that we have in a new segment called Your Money Matters, and you can email us your questions at Fox Noon